Hi, this is David with the Discount Dragon again, and we are here to go over more mold techniques. Now this one, we're going to do a really short video on this. This is what's going to be our open face mold for the skull fragment. And in this step, we're simply taking this, which is a spackling compound called Durham's Rock Hard Putty. I've already mixed it up. And this time I've mixed it kind of thick for what we're doing today. And now that we've mixed it, I'm just going to take it like this and glop it in here. Now, as you can see, I've built a ridge around the edge of this so that we can just put this directly on top of our silicone to form a rigid piece that will provide support when we're press molding later on. So it's basically like a little plate with an edge on it. So I'm just putting this in here. Now, sometimes you're going to want to put some in and then maybe go back and add some later on, and that's just fine. The Durham's Rock Hard Putty will stick to itself very nicely, and it works just fine. I also sometimes supplement this with reinforcing materials such as burlap embedded in the rock hard putty, or sometimes I use wire. I haven't really come to one technique that I go with all the time, but anything helps. This time I'm just skipping it because what we're making is not a long-term mold that we're going to make 1,000 pieces from. This is to make just a couple pieces to work off of to make variations on the piece of artwork. So we're going to make this, then we're going to take a few castings from it, and we're going to take those castings and rework them for final pieces that we're going to make other molds of. So that pretty much does it. It's just a matter of letting this sit and cure, or harden. Since we've got a little extra material, I'm just going to have my hands full of goo. So since we've got a little extra material, and it just makes it stronger to have more, I'll just put a little bit more on here. Otherwise it's just going to harden up and go to waste. Now another tip, which is just kind of a common sense thing, is when you're working with stuff like this, if you've got a number of other projects sitting around that might benefit from the same material, it's good to keep them on hand, so if you mix up a batch of stuff that is too large, whether it's reinforcing material like this or something else, you have molds ready to plop it into. So if you are doing resin casting, which obviously we're not doing today, but if you're doing resin casting, the resin is not that cheap. So you do want to keep extra molds on hand for smaller projects, so that if you pour your main project and you're sitting there with stuff just going to waste, you can say, oh, I'll just make some more of these. And not worrying too much about consistency here, but there you have it. Once this cures, it will provide a hard backing so that our flexible mold has something to press against. So I'll see you later, and have fun with your art. Bye.